Project RedSun, the Moon's Shadow War. Baikonur Cosmodrome, USSR, September 23, 1970, 02:13 a.m. In the darkened control room, a Soviet general watched an American astronaut climb into a Soviet lunar lander. There were no photographers, no press briefings, no NASA patches. He wore a black suit with no insignia, only a red sun stitched to the left breast. This was Project RedSun, a joint U.S.-Soviet clandestine moon mission unknown to the world, authorized by the highest secret councils of both superpowers. Because something had been found up there, something older than any empire, and it had to be buried. The forbidden discovery. In 1962, a Soviet lunar probe crash-landed in the moon's southern hemisphere. Before contact was lost, it transmitted 7 seconds of distorted imagery. The last frame showed a structure, geometric, metallic, and casting a shadow far longer than its height should allow. Soviet scientists called it Znamya, the banner. NASA had their own names for it based on Apollo 11's unexpected telemetry anomalies and radar ghost returns in 1969. The monolith, or Site Omega. By 1970, both sides realized the truth. Something non-human was on the moon. And if they didn't cooperate, it could fall into the hands of someone or something else. Formation of RedSun Project. RedSun was born under a top-secret treaty signed in the shadows of the Strategic Arms Limitation Talks, SALT-I. It established a hidden launch corridor, Joint Crew Command, and the use of a hybrid Saturn VN-1 class rocket, codenamed Molniya Eclipse. Personnel were pulled from black projects on both sides. Former MK Ultra test pilots, Soviet cosmonauts trained in non-orthodox physics, remote viewers from Stargate, and Russian psychic warfare units. They trained not just for zero gravity, but for the unexplainable. Mission RedSun 3. Launched from Baikonur in 1972, RedSun 3 carried 1 American astronaut, 2 Soviet cosmonauts. A mysterious container labeled only Alpha M13, a sealed directive. Under no condition, return with artifact. They reached lunar orbit in 82 hours. Landing coordinates, 20 deg south, 45 deg west, crater Tsiolkovsky. What they found defied logic. An obsidian spire 9 meters high, humming at 21.6 hertz, surrounded by unexplainable magnetic anomalies. One cosmonaut, Lieutenant Mikhail Gurev, collapsed mid-EVA. His vitals flatlined, yet his eyes moved, tracing non-Euclidean patterns in the dust. The American, callsign Helios, entered the structure. He didn't speak again for 14 minutes. When he did, it was in a language unknown to either side. The exit protocol, the emergency launch, was triggered. They left the moon without the artifact, but with data. Lots of it. Back on Earth, Project RedSun vanished. The astronauts were reassigned, disappeared, or declared dead. Tapes were buried in Soviet archives. The U.S. logs were hidden beneath Cheyenne Mountains Level 7. The world never knew, but the whispers survived. In 1994, hacked STS-61 data showed a brief lunar surface anomaly, a shadow that moved against the light. In 2009, Google Moon censored several frames over crater Tsiolkovsky. Insiders claimed RedSun wasn't the last mission, only the first encounter. Epilogue. Vatican Observatory, 2022. A Jesuit astronomer receives a message on a private channel. Coordinates align with Znamya again. Shadow event in 19 hours. RedSun was only the beginning. As the stars turned overhead, the moon's face, so familiar, seemed to frown, because something still watches from within it.